Alright, welcome back. This is Bike Talk episode 13, where I review or roast your bike. And first up we got Aapo. He says, "Hey Gary, the bike is a Kona Rogue DL, be nice, winky face. Love your videos, cheers from Finland." Thanks Aapo. And he said roast in his subject. So yeah, this is his bike. I think first of all, this rack is kind of a bit out of control. Looks like some type of scoop or something. And let's see, we've got a drive side shot. Alright, he's only got two non-drive side shots, so there's a couple points off already. And then here, back to the basket tilt. He's got it tilting way up. And then what's interesting, he's also got his stem tilted up, his bars tilted up, and his levers tilted up. Also, his seat is tilted up. I think the only reason for this is he must ride a lot of downhill for his basket to be level. You can see there's a little bit of a decline on the ground here, but not that much. But yeah, I think he probably did this just because he rides probably downhill mountain biking a lot. What's interesting though is he didn't tilt his rear rack the same. If anything, Aapo, I would just tilt this back so it's at the same angle. And then it's like he's running mechanical disc brakes, got some SRAM Apex cranks, crank arm not level, got some 160 rotors, looks like he's running 1x10 or 1x9, probably 1x10 with these levers. And got some nice Continental Race Kings. I think these are probably 2.1s. They look pretty good. I've always wanted to try these tires. I think they're like pretty light. They're meant to be pretty light. But yeah, overall looks like a pretty cool bike. Looks pretty solid, looks fun. If anything, just fix up that rear rack and you should be sweet. Thanks, Aapo. Alright, next one is Owen. Owen said, review or roast in his subject. Trek 800 mountain track, original gearing, 3x7 road shifters. And this is his bike. Let's see what else he sent. Okay, another picture, drive side. Okay, so he has a little bit of a before pic as well. Alright, so basically Owen decided to send a bike that's not finished, so he hasn't finished the bar tape here. If you're thinking of sending in Bike Talk, I would urge you to finish building your bike first. Otherwise, you know, it's painful for everyone. Here, this cable is a little bit too tight. You can see it resting. It's got some funky stuff happening with this stem adapter here with the little wedge, and then got the guts for the seat post. This probably weighs like 2 kilos. Crank arm not straight here. Looks like he increased the reach by about 30 centimeters compared to the original. So I'd say it's either really tall or he really likes breaking his back. And then I think the last thing here, just quick release axle is on the wrong side. But yeah, that's basically it. I think once you finish the bar tape, it should look a lot better. All right, thanks Owen, thanks for sending. All right, next up is Stefan. Hey Gary, long time YouTuber, first time bike submission. Thanks Stefan for watching all those years. Today I'm presenting to you my vintage look MI 800. Not a lot of information on the internet on this frame. I'm guessing it was an early / mid-90s era. All I know is that it was made in Canada with fancy tubing. Originally, I got it from a co-op in Montreal. It's gone through a few iterations the past 6 years. But this drop bar ATV touring setup is getting close to its final form. Shouts out to the talented Mr. Shipley for the build. Specs: wide drop bars, 3x9 friction, limp D, high-rise stem, Quebec blue brakes, major components fork, vintage pulsar hubs, lace distin work standalones, front and rear mechs, no brand though. Randy Joe bartender, fans, fabs, fanny bags, dropper with underseat lever for when things get chunky, Nico Cycles reflector. Love, Baron Von Underbike. Cool, thanks Baron, I appreciate that. And yeah, here's his bike. He just asked for a normal review, so let's take a look. I think, yeah, overall it looks pretty sick. Looks like a cool kind of touring bike or just an off-road bike. Looks like it's got some custom grip tape here and custom chainstay protector. Got a lot of blue anodized bits. Got XTR on the back and not sure what's on the front here. I can't tell, maybe XT. Got the road holes bottle and then a Jill bottle, a bigger bottle here as well. He must have a bigger cage. And got the magic components, forks, straight blades, looks pretty cool. Paul brakes. Got some nice tires there, Ultra Dynamico. Yeah, it looks like fully decked out. Looks pretty fun. Nice little front bag here for your snacks and stuff, or your lunchbox. Nico Cycles reflector. Yeah, the Nagini. I don't know how to say that. Nagini bottle. And here this light is pretty cool. It's kind of like a matchbox style light. Looks pretty cool. Never seen that before. These I think these are stand pedals, crank step Crank Bros stamp pedals. It's got the custom grip tape here with the Navajo pattern. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it looks like some type of pattern. Chris King headset, paw, brake hanger. He's also got this little flower thing from Ghost in Japan, I think, or something similar to that. TRP levers, stem bag, and here's a side shot. It's got the crank arm straight, so give him a point for that. But yeah, overall looks pretty sick. Looks like a good fun ride. Looks like you decked it out, like it's fully decked out on everything. There's not much else to deck out on this frame. Yeah, I can't really spot anything that else you want to do, so I would say this is a pretty much complete build. All right, thanks Stefan. Thanks for sending, that was cool. All right, next one is Stefan again. He actually sent another bike, but just to be fair with other people, I'll review it next episode. So we just mark this as, I'll just flag this email. All right, next up is Nick, and he says, roast in subject, hi Gary, smiley face, long time listener, first time caller. How does anyone not choose to roast? Cheers, Nick. And it looks like he sent a little side shot here. Looks like he sent 2 emails, but I think they're the same photos. But on this one, he said, please note anything unroastable. So going to roast you for the spelling. The cheapest roast ever. About this hot rig is thanks to the guys at Bikes Please, shout out Bikes Please, who built it up. A guy named Gary, shout out myself, and my good friend at Ben's Bikes. Alright, so yeah, Nick asked for a roast, and the first thing I gotta point out is this crazy long steerer. I'd say this steerer is even longer than the one I have on my cargo bike. Did Bikes Please even cut this at all, or did they just run it completely stock? If you're going to go with a steerer this long, you can see he has a stem about 30 centimeters down. I think at this point, you may as well just put it all the way up to the top. Like, why not? You're kind of embarrassing yourself already, so you may as well just go all the way up. He's got this Selly Italia racing seat here, but obviously, you know, this isn't a road bike, but if it's comfortable for you, I guess I can let it slide. It's also pretty cute that he matched up the red here with the frame, and also matched up the red XXX stem cap and also the strap. I think that's a pretty cute approach. It's got this old, looks like it's got this old vintage Trek bottle. I don't know if I would use a vintage bottle just because you don't know where it's been around. And then it's got this big basket on the front here, looks like. I think it's pretty horizontal. Got some nice mounting happening here. It looks pretty decent, looks pretty strong, got a little light. I'd say your fender is a little bit off here. Also looks like it got folded on this area as well. So a couple of points off there. I don't know if I should say this, but your rear mech looks pretty tight because it's on the second lowest gear and it already feels pretty stretched. But I feel like you gotta trust the Bikes Please guy for setting it right. I think they would have done it right for sure. But it looks all tight. Here, gonna roast you for the turbo sticker on the trailer. And here he's got the double faded tires. I don't know if he's been doing tie slides on this, but he only grinded the Maxxis on both sides, but the Holy Roller is in perfect condition, so that seems a little bit sus to me. I don't know if he just got some sandpaper and sanded it down himself. All right, here's another pic, again with the Trek bottle and a Huddle sticker. I'd roast him for having a skateboard sticker, but he actually does skate sometimes. Here you're gonna roast him for having some grass on his forks. I'm not sure why there is grass there. Maybe he's been mowing the lawn or something. Got some custom skewers here. Looks pretty nice skewers actually, like CNC skewers. STX hubs. And then on top, this is pretty cool actually. I'll give him this one. I know I kind of roasted him for having all those cute red parts, but having an old school Trek stem cap matches his frame, which is pretty good. Bontrager stem here, XXX, kind of Vin Diesel reference, I guess. I'm gonna roast him for some rust on his basket here. Not sure if he got this new or secondhand, but it seems like it's rusting pretty fast. Looks like he's got his kids there. I'm gonna roast him for him taking pictures of his bike while his kids are there. I know whenever I try to take pictures of my bike and my kids there, she definitely doesn't appreciate it. I could just imagine how the conversation would go, like just explaining to his kids that he's taking a picture to send to some guy on the internet That must be pretty embarrassing, I think. All right, yeah, that's basically it. I think overall pretty sick setup though. Got the sweat bars, Ari grips, and looks like a fun ride. Trailer's always handy. Yeah, makes it a little bit more stable when you're riding with kids. So that's a good call. But yeah, looks like a fun rig overall. Nice frame too. Nice pickup on that. All right, thanks for saying Nick. Cheers. All right, next up is Darren, and he said Sunday roast, and he said Rhubarb or Rube this bad bike. Rube is basically a race in Melbourne that's on all the old cobblestones, super rough. So yeah, let's see what he's got. He sent a little video. Looks like he's got accessories galore here. But yeah, we'll take a look. All right, so we got some BMX stem action. He's got like a flame grill, GT hub, GT cranks, chainstay protector, nice fat seat here. Yeah, accessories galore. I think that's basically it. It's in the video. All right, I'll try to go through the video. First of all, I'm going to roast him for the accessories galore. This is the type of bike where someone builds just to grab attention. They just go way overboard. Bottle mount, quad lock mount, light fixture to a custom battery, old. Looks like hydraulic rim brakes here. Yeah, hydraulic rim brakes, and then it's got a fender mount with this old brake shoe, which is quite funny. I think these are Manitou forks, dual crown forks. It's got his race number 4196, has no significance at all. But I think he wanted to show this to show that he races. Got the GT stem. Yeah, so Darren really went all out on this. It's even got flames on the tires here. But yeah, you can see he probably had these wheels for such a long time. The bolts are completely rusted through. Got the GT hub, red rims. He's running SPDs on a cruiser bike as well. Got to roast him for that. These are old Shimano DX. Got some super nice GT cranks on there. Probably a waste on this bike, I think. And got some more flames going on. I'm pretty sure Darren used every era of bike parts that he could find on this. And then it looks like I got a pretty fat tire in the back as well. Would be easier to see in a photo, but Darren decided to send a video. I think those are Dyno Fireball tires. Got a rear fender there with the flames. I do appreciate a good flame bike. Dyno seat on the back with the flames. Super rusted on the springs though. You can see it's probably just got this out of the tip or something. Can't see it on the drive side shot, but he's got a huge tear on the seat here. So he must have stacked it a couple of times on his race for sure, knowing Darren. And then here, just the rear of the cockpit. He decided to stop filming the video right here. I can see why. Like, you probably don't want to see any more of this bike. I've seen enough, that's for sure. But yeah, this is basically his bike. If you ever see this bike out on the street, make sure you yell out, "Hey Dazza." He loves that. All right, Darren, thanks for sending. Hope you did all right in the race. Cheers. All right, next up is Jack. Jack says, review in a subject, and says, "Hello Gary, my name's Jack, and this is my bike. It started off as a lowish level gravel bike that I turned to a single speed flat bar gravel bike. Specs: Salsa Journeyer, 27.5 wheels, hubs, no name. Tires, Maxxis, Icon. Brakes is cheap Tektro brakes. Cranks, FSA Vero. Chainring, Garbarock, 120 BCD. That's interesting, 120. Cog, Endless Bikes. Kickass, 17. Tensioner, reverse collab tensioner. This tensioner is sick. I wish I had one. I'll show you in a second if his photos want to load. Pedal, Shimano M520, grips, Ergon grips, Rocky Mountain bike bar, Eastern stem, Thompson seat posts, WTB saddle, bag, a Rundell Bike Co. top tube Tycoon on seat tube. All right, let's see. All right, here's his bike. And he just wants to review. So yeah, overall looks pretty sick. Looks like a pretty fun bike. Got some fresh tires on here. Looks like these haven't touched pavement at all. Looks like they're, brand new. See if we can find a side shot. All right, here's the other pic. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty tough. Looks pretty fun. Yeah, overall just kind of like a clean build. Pretty tight. I like the mallet as the stand here as well. All right, here's the side shot. It looks like nice touch with the color, not going overboard. I think this dark purple with the blue works well as well. I'm not sure what these little sticker things are, but maybe that came with the bike. But yeah, overall looks like a pretty nice build. Looks pretty fun. Looks like get you around, and probably light too because it's just single speed. Awesome, mate. Thanks for sending, Jack. Cheers. All right, next up is Isaac, and he said roast and review. Here's a recent experiment for you to roast and review. 26 Kuwahara survivor, Isaac. Not a blood, Ramos, so no gang affiliations there. Peace Sports. He's actually at Peace Sports on Instagram, does bike checks every now and then, which are quite cool and I like watching. But yeah, let's check out his bike. All right, so it's a survivor. So this is a pretty rare bike, pretty sick. I'll do a review first. So let's see what he's got. He's got this massive basket on the front. He's got this custom rack thing. I think this looks like it's been prefabbed. I did make one for my Schwinn. I just bent some metal, but yeah, this looks a little bit neater. Held on the front with a piece of aluminum as well, and it's got this little strap just in case. Got a nice little toy on the top. And I think maybe that's Jabba the Hutt type toy. Got some bars here. Got the Vans grips, and got a Nitto MX2 stem. These are quite nice as well. Thread headset, Kuwahara frame in red. Even got the top 2 pad here. SE saddle, some type of reflector. Maybe we can see that later. And he's got the homage tires, and he's got this. This bike stand isn't attached to the bike, I don't think. I think this is just for taking photos. But yeah, overall pretty sick build. I like the red and black combination. Looks like he's got some XT brakes on the rear. See what other photos he has. I like this. I've always liked, this sounds kind of corny, but I've always liked this handwriting. I think it looks cool. Got some blue lug stickers here. That's a blue lug reflector. Tires look pretty fresh. A Peace Sports sticker. I don't know what this one is. Looks like is Jonas something. Survivor. Jonas Survivor. I don't know, I can't read that. It's got a Shin sticker here as well. KFC sticker. Got some red line cranks. Old school. Kuwahara chain ring. And Weinman rims. But yeah, overall, pretty sick. Let's see what we can roast him for. I'm going to roast him for having red line cranks on a Kuwahara. And also this SE saddle on a Kuwahara. I'd probably pick something different if it was up to me. And I'm going to roast him for the silver chain link here. Kind of feels a bit out of place. Going to roast him for the XT brakes on this 1970s, 80s BMX. And can't let this one slide. Got to roast him for the stuffed toy. I don't know if this stuffed toy is his friend and he just likes to ride around with his stuffed toy everywhere he goes. Or he sees it more as like a toy that he can play with when he gets to a bike stop. Maybe when he goes to the playground, he can take his little toy out and then yeah, start playing with it on the slide or something. My last but not least roast would be being a grown-ass man and riding a kid's bike. All right, thanks Isaac. Thanks for sending. All right, next up is Mike. Review/roast, your choice. Hey man, Mike here from Ontario, Canada. Been enjoying your bike talk vids. Figured I'd say my first bike build from around 5 years ago. It's an 80-something CCM Sierra I saved from my brother's-in-law barn. Painted it and had a buddy make the decals for me. It's been on a few bikepacking trips and very reliable despite the cheaper parts. Here's a few of the standout things about it. Hope you enjoy. Knock-on housing, 2x8, original rear rack, marine bar, Shimano calipers, Evo wheels, Billy Bonkers, PSA pig stuffed headset probably. Insta Rauhop Mike _FK. PS left my bot at home. Oh, self-roast already. So first of all, gonna roast him for not having a bottle in a bottle cage. Gonna roast him for his rack too high. Gonna roast him for these cables, just a bit out of control there. Gonna roast him for having this frame bag that doesn't match his frame. It's got a little gap here. And gonna roast him for another empty bottle holder. Let's see what else we got here. Michael, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe just like an old frame. This seems kind of strange as well. It seems like embroidered head badge, which I've never seen, which is kind of weird. And yeah, just 2 pics, a little skeleton guy here. I guess this skeleton guy matches his typeface, so, and then the blood splatter, so I'll let you get away with that. And then I think these might be, can't really see, but I'm just going to assume these are eyeball valve caps. So yeah, going to roast you for that as well. Yeah, that's basically it. Not a bad bike overall. I like the adjustable stem. In case you want to go fast, you can have it down, and if you want to chill a bit, you can have it up. But yeah, overall not too bad. Thanks, Mike. Nice bike. All right, next one is from 3 Killer Mentor. Hey Gary, this is Aleko, and here's my newly put together track chromoly main USA 950 single track, specs as following: XT brakes, Brooks saddle, derailleur of some sort, Velvet orange sign bars, SE chunky grips, wild basket, Summer Lucas front rack, Maxxis hookworm, 2.5s, random 26 wheels, Crank Brothers pedals, 9-speed Shimano cassette, original threadless stem adapter, retro Nitto stem. Love your stuff. Might be missing some spec, but this is straight from what I recall. Have at it. Cheers. Thanks. And he said review or roast. First roast, I'm gonna roast him for spelling brakes wrong here. All right, so let's see. All right, this is his bike. Looks like he's sent 2 of the same pick, and try and see if I can make this bigger. All right, it's bigger, but it's kind of blurry, so we'll have to make do. Looks like this picture is better than this one. So yeah, overall seems pretty cool. Seems like a nice fun bike. I like the fat tires on it. Looks like you could roll around everywhere. I'm gonna roast you for having this crank arm not being straight, and I do like the old Tax X bottle or tax bottle. Got a nice FU cuteness here with the XT brakes. Dior DX looks like on the front, and Ultegra on the rear running a road one. Matrix equipped here, not sure what that is. And some yellow pedals. Front basket setup. All right, I'm gonna give him a few points for the cables here. The cables look pretty neat. Props on that. The sign bars here, like orange. All right, now I think I have to roast him again for the cables, because I think one of the cables is going through the basket here. That's going to be an issue if you ever want to switch out your basket. True temper tubing, pretty nice, and gonna roast you for not changing this. All right, nice bike, not bad, looks pretty good. Thanks Aleko, thanks for sending, looks fun. All right, next one is Jonathon, and he says, roast my 97 GT Timberline. Aloha Gary. Hi Jonathon, I snapped a few pics of my Kumina on the way to work the other day. Please excuse the busy background as we don't have much pleasant scenery along Pearl Harbor bike path. 97 GT Timberline in Ghost Flame with rigid fork, GT fork from another bike, black Dior LX parts. This bike originally came with V-brakes, but I think the solution for my rear candy brake hanger is pretty clever. What do you think? Rear rack panners, front basket for my lunch, fenders to keep clean. Comfy but cheap bars and chunky grips. DTH on dyno, rhino lights, wheels I built up myself. Cheers and thanks for looking at my bike. Really enjoying bike talk. Thanks Jonathon. All right, let's see. Let's look at this. I always like the DIY stuff. So let's take a look at his solution for the rear canty cable hanger. All right, where is it? Okay, looks like it's got some type of hose clamp thing. Maybe has a zoomed up picture. All right, yeah, I think overall pretty sick. Yeah, not too bad. He is using an actual canty hanger brake part here, so it's not 100% DIY, but I do appreciate this little setup with the hose clamp and then clamping on this bit, because otherwise you would have to hang it off the top and it might be a bit weird. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Nice little solution on there. He asked for a roast, so I may as well just roast him for this hole right here. I think his rack's a little bit loose, or his bolt's a little bit loose there. Let's see what other pics he sent. All right, got to roast him for his dirty chain. Got to give that chain a clean, Jonathon. All right, here's the top. Got his phone mount here, light, bag, another bag inside the basket, bell. Looks like a pretty comfy setup. Got some panners on the back. Not sure where he is. Looks pretty run down. Looks like he's trying to escape the zombie apocalypse or something. Got some nice fenders on there. Got some nice Ortleb bags. Okay, let's go back to the side pick. All right, here's the side pick. Yeah, it looks pretty sick overall. I think everything looks pretty good. It's got the crank arm being pretty level, horizontal, even with the pedal. Got a bike stand here, nice and handy, running the panners. Got some straps here, just loose. I could roast him for a salmon pad, looking a little bit off tilt here on both the back and the front. Could just be the angle, but I'm pretty sure it looks a little bit off. But yeah, overall not too much to roast on this one. Looks like a pretty sick setup. I do like this paint job with the ghost flame. Looks super sick. And yeah, it looks like a solid build. Even got the blue valve caps as well to match. Cool, nice bike, Jonathon. Thanks for sending, pretty sick. Cheers. All right, next up is Mike. Some more photos, my bad, lol. So yeah, this is more photos of Michael's bike. I just realized he put his own name on his bike, so that's definitely a roast there. Nice little cockpit shot there. We were talking about the stem before. Looks pretty good. Got some Owie grips. Not sure why these are white. Usually they're red, but seems kind of strange. Yeah, but that's basically it on his bike. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for sending those extra pics. All right, next up is John. Hi, Gary. Found your channel recently. Great stuff doing the DIY stuff and rebuilding vintage mountain bikes. Thanks, John. I submit my Purple Hard Rock Ultra for review. I got the frame just before the pandemic and took some time getting it to mostly final form it is in now. I tried rebuilding it with mostly period components, LX brake levers, brakes, drivetrain. The rear wheel is a custom build I did for myself with a Blaster cliff hanger with Simworks colored nips. The cockpit is pretty modern though, used the quill adapter with Thompson stem, Travanti. Handlebar is a bit of a mismatch, but I like it. I mainly use it as my frequent showcase commuter to hit the local gravel park. Let me know what you think and any recommendations. Thank you. P.S. I'll follow up with an email of more pics as I've hit the attached size limit, John. So John just asked for a normal review, and yeah, here's his bike. Looking pretty sweet. I think looks like a nice standover height here, and looks like a pretty comfy ride. Running a big gearing as well, big range on the front. Got some nice bright cables on there to match his bags and his top tube protector. Got the stem right up for a comfy ride. I like these LX shifters. I have these on my bikes before. They're pretty nice. Matching the group set. Tried his best to match group set, which is nice too. More pics here. I think this is just the same pic. Yeah, two of the same pics. All right, let's check his other email. Images didn't work, but I think we've seen it. I think these pictures are pretty good. So yeah, I don't think we need to see the other ones. But yeah, overall pretty nice setup. Thanks, John. Thanks for sending. Looks fun. Cheers. All right, next up is Afiq. Hey, Gary. Afiq here from Singapore. Hope all is well and lubricated on your side. Just want to let you know I've been a fan of your work and your cleaning videos of old mountain bikes. Thanks, Afiq. So here's one of my favorite bikes because of the giant Cadex frame. Simple build made for urban ride. By the way, loving this review and roasting. Hope you could do mine. Keep it real. Keep it green, brother. I also saw you try to save this frame, which didn't work out because of major cracks, and wondering how you built it. Much love. IG account Afiq. And he just asked for a review. Thanks, Afiq. All right, yes, this is his bike. Let's see if we can get a side shot. All right, I think this is closest to the side shot. But yeah, I actually tried to build this frame up one time, but it had a crack in the bottom bracket and decided not to run it. But super light frame, so it should be a pretty fun ride. But yeah, overall this bike's pretty sick. I like the white tires. You don't really see the white tires that much, and white saddle. These bars look pretty cool as well. I don't know what bars these are. Oh, the Edson bars look pretty nice. And looks like he's running one bar here with a friction shifter. Resting his bike brake lever on the fence there. Nice fit. Got a nice yellow basket. I don't really like the cockroach thing because I think that's scary, but if you like it, that's kind of cool to scare people, especially with all these snacks here. I appreciate the snacks. These look like, can't tell, maybe barbecue chips or sweet and spicy something. And he's got some, looks like maybe oat milk here. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's chocolate milk. He's got a little saddle bag, frame bag, got some accessories going on. Got a nice tie to tie his basket on, front rack, shocks on the front. Old Shimano Dior long cage derailleur, that's nice. Matching color bottle cages, also nice. And yeah, these are Kenda tires. But yeah, overall looks good. Yeah, the cockroach is probably a good deterrent for bike thieves. Thanks for sending Afiq. Nice bike. Looks comfy. Cheers. All right, next one is Nathan. And Nathan said, I built this fixie when I was 14 with parts I found in the garage from my dad, except the frame and wheels. It was some old Diamondback 10-speed frame, roast away. All right, so first of all, gonna roast you for this disgusting chain ring here. This is pinned and he's ran it into a fixed gear, but then he's still got the two other chain rings on here. You can at least drill those out. Gonna roast him for the guts on the seat post. Gonna roast him for the funky stem converter with the multicolor nut and brake hanger. Gonna roast him for running canty brakes on a deep V rim. And then what else we got? Just a non-drive side shot. Just a pretty average shot here. Can't really see much going on. Just a bit hard the background. So gonna roast him for his photography skills. And yeah, that's basically it. The garage probably needs a clean. I'd like to give this motorbike a ride. Looks like he's got tons of hobbies. He's got fixed gear, motorcycles, skiing, darts, more skis here. Got a ladder here. Probably likes climbing. He's got a skeleton here. Probably likes doing doctor work and comic books as well. All right, thanks Nathan, thanks for sending. All right, next one is Dave, and it's the Shogun. And first pick here, he just decided to show us a pic of his light that's taped with sellotape. Not sure why he sent this pic, and he decided to show that he has a Galaxy. Just kind of bit of a hard flex there on the Galaxy phone. And then another close-up pic, insane close-up pic of the lever that's out of focus, but then focusing on these foam grips. I'm not sure about that one. Again with the Galaxy, another Galaxy flex there. And then yeah, just a super tall bike. This looks like he pulled this one straight out from the dumpster, and he must be like 8 feet tall or something with this head tube. A little Stigma computer just showing the time. Just more rust work here. Not much to this one, just a super tall bike. Feel like his crotch would probably hurt a bit, seeing he's got the saddle slam, but then his frame stand over height would be super high. And yeah, that's basically it. Just the same photos twice. Oh, I actually sent an email. This bike is co-workers, is known for Chris the biker. He commutes 3 days to work or something. I sent this because the first Shogun I ever seen USA, and I think he built 1 or 2. Dave. All right, thanks Dave. Basically just roasted his friend. So hope your friend likes it, and thanks for sending. All right, next one is Cody. Cody says, review, maybe roast. He says, hey, how's it Gary? How's it Cody? Sitting over my 9088 Panasonic PT3500 for review and maybe a roast if you like. I list the parts below the pics and Maloha for solid work. All right, let's look at the parts. 700C, Continentals, 32s, Mavics, Abus, Lock, Brooks, Saddle, Dior XT, Nitto Stem, Wind, Drops, Brooks Bar, Shimano bar and shifters, TRP brake levers, Crane Bell, Vela Orange, fenders, leather muds, and bottle cage, Cephal, air pump, Shimano pedals. All right, let's take a look. All right, yeah, overall looks pretty cool. Looks like a full touring kind of bike. Super squat here, and the reach looks pretty long as well, but maybe that's comfy for you. And looks like got a few bottles going on. I think that's good for touring. Got the old school bell on here. Running XT rear mech, got some SPDs on there. Not sure what this Abus thing is. Maybe some type of mount or a bolt cover. But yeah, it looks like you can mount like a light or something onto it. Looks pretty cool. Never seen that before. Got these expensive sun headlamps, dynamo headlamps. But yeah, that's basically it. Overall, looks like a pretty cool setup. I thought this light was dynamo only, but I don't see. Oh yeah, it is the dynamo hub. There you go. That's basically it. Looks like a pretty solid setup. Full touring mode, I think. I do like the frame pump under there, just in case you get in trouble. Looks nice, kind of has that old world feel. Thanks, Cody. All right, next up is Toon. He said review. Hi, Gary, this is my flanned rear fixed gear. It's a Belgian bike maker brand. I bought the bike for $350 and spent another $100 on it on parts. This is probably Euro maybe. Forks, pedal, handlebars, BMX stem. It's 5216 and rides really nice. 5216 is pretty beast, I think. The last 2 pictures are the most recent ones. Feel free to roast it. Toon from Belgium. Thanks, Toon. All right, so here's the pic. Yeah, it looks like pretty fast bike. Let's see what other pics he has first. Pic of the seat and some Mishi cranks. Gonna roast you for the Mishi cranks. Played out, and gonna roast you for this tool bag on a fixed gear, because I think a fixed gear should be a minimal. And okay, just a bike hanging up here. Got another pic here of the bike, and then another pic here of the bike. All right, let's see. This is probably his latest iteration, so we'll roast this one. Roasted him already for the little toolkit here on a fixed gear. I will give him points for having no brakes, so props to you. Gonna roast him for having 2 different wheels. Gonna roast you for the different color fork, even though does look like a nice straight blade. Gonna roast you for having your saddle all the way back here. I think these rails are gonna bend at any time. You might want to get maybe a little bit more set back seat post or a longer stem. And yeah, I think that's basically it. He's got the pedals with the straps, hold fast straps maybe, I don't know, haven't seen those for ages. And yeah, he's got some dirty ass grips here. But yeah, it looks like a fast bike. Thanks for sending Toon. All right, next up is Kirb. Hey Gary, I've always watched your videos. You got so many cool builds which inspires me to venture on fixing, restoring. Here's mine. Miata Ridge Runner 86. Thanks. Cheers, Kirb. All right, here's his bike. Pretty sick. He asked for a bike roast. I'd say, yeah, your seat angle probably a bit out of control there. Your crank arm's not straight. These bars look crazy big for this bike. And yeah, I think the gold chain ring's a little bit overboard. I think if you went silver here, it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, looks like I will give you some points for the stem converter being nice and clean. Looks like you run a spacer there. So that looks good. And then your cabling is nice too. But yeah, overall pretty cool. Thanks for sending, Kirb. All right, next up is Kimakovych. Hi Gary, here's my everyday whip, single speed rally tomahawk. Pray from 90s. Roast me, please. Cheers from Poland. Thanks for your content, mate. Thanks, Kimakovych. All right. First of all, this bike is out of control. Too many colors here. Crank arm not straight. I also can't really see what's going on with this crazy background. Let's see if we've got another pick. Nah, this is the only pick. Gonna roast him for having his reach being too short here. Probably be hard to get fast on this bike for sure, if that's his thing. Gonna roast him for this ugly bike lock situation going on here. A little bit too crazy. Gonna roast him for having a brake booster on these steel forks. I do like this old Cannondale bottle. Never seen that before. This looks like a vintage bottle. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically it. Not too much. Just overall pretty disgusting bike. Thanks for sending, Kimakovych. Appreciate it. All right, that's basically it. Hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think your favorite is, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.